sitting here trying to figure out if it should be higher or lower and how many more books I need. Hello. Happy Friday. I feel I feel good. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
It is Friday and I'm excited. Sometimes I get super excited. Sometimes I feel extra excited. And I used to wonder why, but now I don't question it because it's a great feeling. And why question it? Why question it? Anyway,
Sometimes.
it is day 17 of my 25-day go live journey. And today we're diving into something that every introvert can relate to: loud people. Sometimes I wonder why. Why must we be so loud? Why must we be using our outside voice inside? Why? Now, don't get me wrong. I've met some wonderful, loud folks, but I've also been in rooms, both professional and personal, where I've had to think to myself, like, why are we yelling? We are in the same room. Like, I am literally right in front of you. Why must you be speaking at such a high decibel? What is the problem? And here's the funny thing: the louder people get, the softer I become. It's the craziest thing to be in a conversation with someone, and if the louder they start to talk, the more I soften. Because for me, it's almost as if like I'm trying to just. If you're screaming, I'm speaking lower so that you can see. It's almost as if like I'm demonstrating how we're supposed to be having this conversation. If I'm right in front of you, I do not need a person way over there in the room to hear what you're saying to me. I'm a private person. Keep it down, the police. But people just don't get it. It's almost as if like when they're talking loudly, my voice goes into like self-defense mode. Find myself whispering while they're practically shouting. I remember one time I asked a former colleague, and I'm dead serious, this is no joke. I asked her, "Are you hard of hearing?" And I didn't even laugh because I couldn't understand why she was so loud in every conversation. It's like, I understand like sometimes people get excited. Like sometimes people get like super excited because I don't know, they're trying to share something. I mean, sometimes I get giddy too. But if I'm having a conversation with someone, I can't. I cannot. I cannot deal with like the extra loud. I don't get it. I don't get it. And so sometimes I either just stop talking or and I don't say it in a rude way when I try to like laugh it off and say, "Are you hard of hearing?" Because sometimes people are. Like sometimes people are indeed um hard of hearing in either one or both ears. And if they are, then I can understand, right? I still don't like it, but then at least I understand like why they are so loud. The reality of it is loud people can be so draining. There are times when I think about someone who is loud, and if I have to see them or be in their presence, like I get, it's almost as if like I start to go like that because I have to prepare myself to be in this person's presence, especially if it is for an extended period of time. Oh boy, I don't know. Just thinking about it right now is making me like just get like a little bit anxious. The reality is, for introverts, being around loud or high energy people can feel like standing in front of a speaker with the volume maxed out. Now, I have been, at events where I stood in front of the speaker, and somehow or another, I feel as if like at sometimes it doesn't get to me, but when it gets and in the times when it doesn't get to me, when it gets to me, I walk away. But when it doesn't get to me, I feel as if like I'm able to kind of like muffle it. It's weird. Um, but people is different because it's like just all over the place. Um, I can't. Just thinking about it makes me like, ooh, because it's the overstimulation, plain and simple. Like it's just too much, and sometimes it's like, where's the value? Now, don't get me wrong. There are times when I feel like if I get excited, I don't get loud though. I don't get loud. I do get like a little bit, like jumpy all over the place, because I'm excited, but I don't get loud. If I'm with someone, even if it's on the phone and the conversation gets heated, I after a while, like I just stop because I can't. Like it requires too much energy to argue. It requires too much energy to scream and shout. And my thing is, it's like, nah, kid. And those are the type of situations that I will walk away from because I can't. Like the reality of it is, I cannot change a person, nor can they change me. And I would rather just change the whole situation because I've been there where like, like around people who are just extra loud and just extra too much. And that's them. Like that's how they vibe, that's their thing. But it isn't mine. And I have learned that it's okay to walk away. It's okay to protect your peace. We can be friends from a distance if anything. Just saying. I cannot, there are times when, if somebody is getting loud, and don't get me wrong. So there, if I'm having a conversation with someone and they start to, their voice starts to go up, I find that mine goes up. But then at some point, I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this, and I take it all the way down. And it's the energy. It's the energy. Like screaming, like literally depletes the energy. And so for me, I'm like, I can't. I feel as if like it's best to have a conversation. Um, like where we can hear each other, we can, like understand each other because after the whole screaming and yelling, I don't even want to be bothered anymore. When someone is loud, it's easy to feel like you have to meet them halfway just to be heard. But you do not. You do not. Your calm voice still carries power. It's okay to stay soft spoken and quiet. I mean, the reality of it is you do have some introverts who actually have a louder voice, but they're not loud, right? Because people can't help it if they have like a deep voice or if it's high pitched or or whatever have you. But it's when you choose to add bass to it. Like if your voice already have bass, you don't need to like do more because it's like ooh, it's too much. It's too much. Just know that you can be peaceful and heard. You don't need to do all of that. Like you don't need to do all of that. Yeah, I swear, like I'm sitting here and just talking about this topic. It is draining my energy. It's draining my energy because it's like my spirit is pulling up certain people who I have come across in my lifetime that that for me were on the louder side. And sometimes it can be fun, but after the fun is done, so is the energy. It's like I need to go take a nap. Oh God. So just know that you can protect your peace quietly. If you're in a professional setting, like I had, and it has I so the first time that I asked someone if they were hard of hearing, it was years ago. It was years ago, over 10 years ago. And I remember I asked her and she said no. She said no. And then I realized, okay, you're just loud then. And I've always been the type of person that especially if we're in a professional environment, because I am a very private person. And so if we're having a conversation, whether it's personal or professional, um, whether it's personal or business, um, and if I'm speaking like this and they start talking like this, and then I go like this, because it's like I want to basically tell them, take it down a notch, right? And I actually have asked people, um, can we I'm right here. Like I'm literally like right here. You don't have to scream. You don't have to, I'm right here. And it's kind of like that too, though, when you go to the store. Like I went to the post office this afternoon and they have like one of um those thick glass, right? But you can hear because there are holes in the glass so that we can communicate. And I find that sometimes some of those people are loud, and I'm thinking, but we don't want to know that person's business. Like, why must you talk so loud? We can't hear you. Oh God. And it's like that with, like anywhere, like any kind of business, it it just happens. But just know that if you are in a professional setting, just step away for a few minutes. If it gets too much, just step away. I gotta go get some water, or I gotta go to the restroom, or I need to go get my pen. Make an excuse to basically like just remove yourself. Especially if it was not, like business conversation. Yeah, that works for me. Like basically removing myself from the conversation definitely works for me. But to be fair, sometimes if I'm speaking with someone who is loud and I start to take it down a notch, then they realize eventually to take it down a notch. Because what happened is like they'll be loud, I'll be here. They'll be loud, I'll be here. They'll be loud, I'll be here. And then they realize, oh, we're doing this. Uh-huh. And then we can have a conversation. In personal settings though, limit your time and recharge afterward. You don't owe anyone constant access to your energy. So for me, um, I I just feel though like in the past few months I haven't really been exposed to any kind of energy. Even on the retreat, the vacation that we just the group vacation, well, the group retreat that we were on just now, I feel like everyone for the most part had good energy, good calm energy. And so for me, and then mom was there too, so that helped. But then it also helped that I chose to go off on my own, especially in the mornings or in the afternoons to the beach. And then in at night after dinner we would watch whatever show was going on. And then I'm the grandma, so I'm like, okay. I don't even say like if they say they're going to the bar. There was a point in time years ago when if there was an after something like so after dinner let's go here or after the party let's I'd be like, okay. And I go along reluctantly, but I do. But now I find that I don't because I know that I don't owe anyone any explanation or um I don't have to give anyone a reason if when they say, "Oh, we're just gonna go to the bar and hang out," good night, because I don't do peer pressure, and I am happy that I'm at a space now where I am comfortable enough to basically walk away and choose not to participate because you don't have to. Like you don't have to, be included in everything all the time. And at some point, you'll get to the point where you will not fear missing out because I am a firm believer in if I was meant to be there, I would be there. And so, therefore, I don't need the cliff notes afterwards. I'm good. Thanks. Have a nice day. That's just how it is. Hey, Veronica. um, so Veronica, today we're talking about loud people and how draining it can be, and how I was saying earlier that years ago I asked a colleague if she was hard of hearing because the louder she spoke, the softer my voice got. And I just felt like, why is she talking so loud? And then I didn't know anywhere else to say it more than to ask her if she was hard of hearing. Because if we're having a conversation, I don't need the person over there to be included in it. I don't need that, right? And even if the person is over there, I'd rather go and I'd rather invite the person to come to the conversation, or we go to the person to have the conversation. But we're not doing this screaming thing because it's draining. It is very draining. Sometimes I just mentally say, Lord, please put my volume on do not disturb. I mean, you could laugh about it instead of absorbing it. And the reality is that some people, that's just how they are, right? And especially in the workplace, if that's how they are, then you just got to deal with it. And when you're finished, walk away and go with recharge. Put your headset in, your earbuds, something, and just zone out. Even if you're not listening to anything, I do that a lot in the office, and it helps me so much because it's a way of we have to protect our peace by any means necessary, especially in this current climate that we're living in. It is so necessary to learn how to disconnect. And so for me, I could be in the middle of a room and if people are doing this, and somehow or another, my nice little bubble come up and it's basically insulated and it's noise proof. This is me in my head because um I just zone out. Like I will zone out. Either start to listening to music in my head because not all the time I have my AirPods, But it's very necessary to know how to turn on the volume. And please, please, please remember, being quiet isn't weak. It's being intentional. You do not need to fill silence to be powerful. Um, where was it? Very recent. I can't remember if it was on the trip or when I got, must have been on the trip. Yes, it was on the trip. And I remember saying to my mom that I was sharing with her about someone that we're familiar with. And I said, I feel like they don't know how to be quiet, meaning that if we're in a setting and no one's talking, they feel like they have to fill the silence with noise, i.e., words. And the thing is, like, why? So I'm at a space now where if that happens, then I just don't respond. I'm not being rude, but I just feel like if it's quiet for like 5 minutes, it's almost as if like people get antsy, they feel awkward. We don't feel awkward. We feel very comfortable in silence, but not everyone gets that. And for me, um, I zone out. If I'm in a car with someone, and that's why like anytime I'm going anywhere, it's weird. I'm very weird in this respect where if I'm going someplace and we're driving, I take my notebook. Sometimes I take my computer because it's my way of basically being distracted. Because sometimes you have to figure out how to distract yourself so that you're not basically pulled into unnecessary conversations, especially the ones called small talk. We don't like them. We don't like them at all. Um, so some people use volume to be seen. Introverts use peace to stay grounded. Period. Right? Both can coexist, just not always in the same room. So anyway, that's all I have today. Like I just wanted to talk about the fact that we do not like I won't say like, but we do not really care for the loud people. Um, and it's okay. I feel like sometimes we do get, like a little excited and loud, but I'm talking about the people who are just always on loud. Like their volume is always at the highest. And it's like, oh, can you please turn it down a little bit? Uh, because it is draining. Um, so just know that loud people will always exist in the office, at family gatherings, even in the grocery store. But you don't have to let their noise shake your calm. Hold on to your peace, speak softly, stay centered, and protect your quiet energy like it is the treasure that it is. Because it is. Our peace and our quiet, oh my God, priceless. And if you want to, I do this every night, don't I? And if you want to dive deeper into understanding yourself as an introvert, or if you're an extrovert and you would like to know more about introverts, because that's a thing, please, oh no, please grab my book, Unlocking the Introvert, a pocket guide to understanding and interacting with introverts. It is available at societyofintroverts.com, Amazon, and everywhere books are sold online. Veronica, yours is in the mail. I got it in the mail today. Um, so thank you for tuning into Antonia's Blissful Corner. This was day 17, and I am so excited because I can't believe that I've gone live every day for the past 17 days. I didn't doubt myself, but I'm very proud of myself that I decided to take this journey because it's actually fun and not having to have to edit anything or basically do all the things. Like the only thing that I do when I'm done is I add like a description and do a thumbnail. But that's it. I don't have to worry about going back and fixing arms, o. I could just be it just basically post. And that I'm grateful for because this is me. This is me and my true authentic self, flaws and all. So my friends, please stay peaceful, stay grounded, and do not let the loud ones drain your quiet superpower. See you tomorrow for day 18. Take care. Bye, Veronica.